SBR Videos is sponsored by Sports Cash System. Click on the link below for more information. We are previewing Week 14 in college football here at SBR Forum Videos. I'm Peter Loshak, and we're talking right now with Steve from CollegeFootballWinning.com, who has a great record at his site with his premium picks, CollegeFootballWinning.com. Unfortunately, we don't get them in our videos, but I know they're doing great this year. Steve, how'd you do last week with your premium picks?
We were 4-2 against the spread in those algorithmic picks last Saturday, which brings us to 40-17 this season, which is winning at a rate of 70.18% against the spread for those algorithmic picks. And once again, we're a company founded on picking games algorithmically. So we hope people from SBR want to join us. And when they do, they can go to our site, CollegeFootballWinning.com. They put in coupon code SBR20. They'll get 20% off of any membership that we're offering through bowl season.
All right, sounds great. First game we're going to discuss right now is Penn State at Wisconsin. Is this one of your algorithmic picks this week?
You know, the issue with our algorithmic picks in these videos, Peter, is we don't know really until the day of kickoff.
Really?
We really don't know if it's going to be an algorithmic pick. I can tell you ahead of time if it's absolutely not going to be.
All right, Penn State, Wisconsin is the game we're going to discuss now. Wisconsin right now is a 23.5 or 24-point home favorite. Total's 49.5, and of course Penn State off of their maybe deflating loss to Nebraska last week in overtime. And Wisconsin, they're a very good team this year. They are routinely beating Big Ten teams by more than 24 at home this year. They beat Indiana, Northwestern, Purdue. Penn State, though, a little bit better than those teams. And, this is not a great spot for them motivationally, but, I mean, they're still going to be there. They're still going to show up. They're still a quality program. They're still going to play reasonably hard. So, the situation, I guess, says that Wisconsin is the play here. But, again, 24 is just a lot of points to be giving to a team like Penn State.
That is all true.
Yes.
23.5, wherever you're seeing that number right now, we think consensus is 23.5. That's a lot of points for Penn State. In fact, we've been tracking betting data. We have 11 years of betting data. We cannot find a game in the last 11 years where Penn State has been this great an underdog. Mm-hmm. But that said, Wisconsin this year, these guys are 9-1-1 against the spread this year, making them one of the top two teams against the spread in all of college football. And at home, they're perfect. But Wisconsin, looking historically, at least the last 11 years, when they are at home and they are favorites of more than 3 touchdowns, they are 65% against the spread. So they played in 20 such games. They are 6-1 against the spread when they are greater than 3 touchdown favorites at home against the Big Ten. And that includes, they've done that this year as well. So this is not a team should be afraid necessarily to back when they are at home playing even a decent Big Ten team like Penn State. Now, second-year head coach Bill O'Brien, this year at Penn State, he and his Nittany Lions are 0-4 against the spread in away games. That's obviously not good. And looking back at big spread games, so double-digit spread games involving Penn State the last 11 years, they're just 3-9 against the spread when they are double-digit underdogs. And one of those 12 games, they were 3-9, as I said, one of those 12 games was this year against Ohio State. They were 15-point underdogs when they lost by 49 this year to Ohio State. The last time Penn State was at Wisconsin, it was 2 years ago, it was in 2011. Wisconsin won 45-7. Wisconsin was a 15.5-point favorite in that game, and obviously they won by 38. That was also Wisconsin's last regular season game, and that was a 9-4 Penn State team. Motivation, big deal because this is a huge spread. So will Wisconsin be motivated to run up the score on Penn State? The answer is yes. Mm-hmm. For Wisconsin, this is their last chance to have an impact on the standings. Currently in the BCS, they are ranked 15th. They have to be in the top 14 to give themselves an opportunity to get an at-large berth for a BCS game. We think Wisconsin in the spot should actually be around a 28-point favorite. So right now, the consensus is you can get them under 24. You can get them at minus 23.5. We actually think there is some value on Wisconsin as a huge favorite over Penn State.
All right, great arguments, very convincing arguments. Steve from CollegeFootballWinning.com. I can see it, and 23.5 is definitely a widely available number at the moment. Thanks, Steve.